Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Target 100 in Mathematics by Shivesh Kumar Singh, and today we are going to talk about rational functions and its basic concepts. Okay, now let's start the video. For example, you have studied before also about the rational numbers. Okay, just for a reminder only, rational number means any number written in the form of a upon b, where a and b are integers and b is not equal to 0 is called a rational number. Similar definition is for the rational functions also. So any function of the form, any function of the form fx upon gx, fx upon gx, where fx and gx, fx and gx are functions of x or any other variable, not necessarily to be x. Okay, functions fx and gx are functions of x or constants. Remember this thing also, because it is not necessarily to have a variable in numerator and denominator both. Okay, maybe any one of the numerator or denominator can be constant also, but very important condition is gx should not be 0, denominator should not be equal to 0. Okay, for example, we can have like x plus 1 upon x square plus 3x plus 2, like this. Okay, see, this is a rational function. Why? Because it is in the form of fx upon gx, where numerator is x plus 1, it is a function, and denominator also it is a function, and of course it is not equal to 0. And if it can be equal to 0 for any value of x, then that value of x will not be considered. Okay, that we'll discuss later on. Okay, so hope you understood this meaning of rational function. So any function, if you see in this form, numerator upon denominator, where numerator and denominator both are expressions in x or any one of them is constant, then that is called rational function. But the most important thing what you will understand is that denominator should not be equal to 0. This denominator cannot be equal to 0. Okay, now let's talk about when a rational function can be undefined. Now, my dear students, this is very important conditions for so many questions. Okay, like I just now I told you, if you have a function of the type fx upon gx, then when it will be undefined, it will be undefined when it will be undefined if gx is not equal to 0. Sorry, I have written undefined, yes. So equal to 0. So if gx is equal to 0, then function will be undefined. So under no circumstances, under no condition, denominator should be 0. Okay, now you can have a direct or indirect question that find the value of x for which the function will be undefined. For example, we have say x square plus 1 upon x square minus 1. Now question can be find the value of x for which this function can be undefined. So what you will do, simply you just put x square minus 1, means whatever is written in denominator, you just make it 0, and now find the value of x. But remember, these values of x must be real values. Okay, real numbers. So x square is equal to 1, so x is equal to plus minus 1. Okay, so there are two values of x is equal to plus 1 and x is equal to minus 1. So there are two values of x for which function will be undefined, and you can check here also by putting the value. If you will put x is equal to 1, then 1 square minus 1 means 1 minus 1, so denominator will become 0. Okay, so similarly you can solve many questions. For example, if I say 1 upon x square plus 1, question can be, is there any value of x for which the function can be undefined? So process will remain same. You just put denominator equal to 0 and then try to find the real values of x. So x square is equal to minus 1, which is not possible, which is not possible. Why? Because if x is a real number, then square of no real number can be negative. So you will write here not possible as x belongs to R, as x is a real number. So any real number square will be always positive. It cannot be negative. Okay. So like this you can solve the questions, that when function will be undefined, when denominator will be equal to 0. Okay. Now let's talk about some basic things of this expression, that is basic rules for the rational expressions. This you have studied in the lower classes also, but try to understand once again. There are some conditions for multiplication and division, or some calculations you can say, like a to the power b. Okay, just as a basic reminder, what is b here? B is called exponent or power, and a is called base. Okay, for that I made another video where I have explained about exponent and power. So if you have any confusion about this, then you can see that video. Okay, so if you have a to the power b multiply a to the power c, means when their bases are same, you can see base is same for both the numbers, then what you will do with the powers? Power will be added. It will become a to the power b plus c. Similarly, if you are dividing with the same base, a to the power b divided by a to the power c, then it will be a to the power b minus c. In the division, powers will be subtracted. But my dear students, remember this thing, that bases should be equal. Okay, by mistake sometimes students do like this also, that x to the power a divided by y to the power b, and they write x to the power a minus b by mistake. I'm not saying that you do it intentionally. Okay, but sometimes you forget that powers will be subtracted only when base is same. Okay, now another rule is a to the power b to the whole power c will be equal to a to the power b multiply c. Means if you have power raised to the power, then both powers will be multiplied together. Okay. Now here I would like to draw your attention on very important thing, that a to the power b to the power c and a to the power b to the whole power c, both the things are different. They are not same. Okay. So make sure that when you want to perform this calculation, then you have raised to the whole power, not like this. Okay, this is wrong. Like this it will be wrong. Okay. Now another calculation can be any number to the power 0 is equal to 1, where a is not equal to 0. Okay, of course 0 to the power 0 will be indeterminate form, that you will study in higher classes. Okay, so a to the power 0, any non-zero number to the power 0 is equal to 1, and any number to the power 1 is the number itself. Okay, now another thing is a raised to the power minus 1 is equal to 1 over a. This is called reciprocal or inverse of a. Okay, just a real number only. It's very easy calculation. Now another thing is, if you have a to the a divided by b and whole divided by c divided by d, then how you will calculate this? You will calculate like this, that division will be converted into multiplication, and fraction after division will be reciprocated. So it will be d over c, like this. Okay. One more thing, that if you have a calculation like this, a to the power b divided by c to the power d, now this expression and this one both are same. Okay, so just I want you to understand like this also. So just you can write like this, ad over bc, meaning is same. You see here also you are getting ad and divided by bc, so both are same. So these are some basic rules for the exponents. So I'm sure this lesson you have understood, and these formulae we are going to apply in the next lesson, where we will deal with the rational functions and their calculations. Okay, and if you think that such videos will help to increase your knowledge, please like and subscribe my channel and share with your friends. Thank you.